Three, two, one, action. Welcome back to episode 14 of As Seen on Screen. I'm Nicole.
I'm Gracie, and this is your source for entertainment news, reviews, interviews, and conversations.
You can find us anywhere you get your podcasts on Spotify or YouTube.
Yeah, we got a lot to talk about and some fun games to play, so let's get into this week's episode.
Oh, yeah, I know you're excited about this first piece of news. So do you want to share what it is with everyone?
Let's start off with some Comic-Con updates.
Yes.
Um, Big news that I don't think anyone expected is Robert Downey Jr. is rejoining the MCU, but this time as a villain. He's set to play Doctor Doom, and the reveal was absolutely iconic.
Ladies and gentlemen, as proof of the unimaginable possibilities in the Marvel multi-universe, we give you the one person who could play Victor Von Doom.
New mask. Same task. What can I tell you? I like playing complicated characters.
We will see you in 2 years with Doomsday.
I I think everyone there was just gagged. I think they did not know what to do. There is a lot of confusion though about how it's gonna work out, especially with the new Avengers having to fight him, since he is going to be in the new Avengers films, as well as there's rumors he's gonna be in the Fantastic Four film. So it'll be interesting to see how Marvel does play that off. I really want Spider-Man, like Tom Holland's Spider-Man, to be a part of this new Avengers so he can fight him and be like, wait a damn minute, isn't this Tony Stark? And then they'd be like, nah, it's not. Um, yeah, just a lot of confusion right now, but I can't say that I'm mad because I love Robert Downey Jr. and I think he's iconic. So I'm super excited about this.
Yeah, I think it's really cool too. I mean, Gracie has said in the past I'm not like a giant Marvel fan, so I know I don't understand all the intricacies of everything, but I loved reading all the comments on the posts the night it was announced, and so many people were very split on this. Like a lot of people were excited for it and are excited to see how they figure that out, and a lot of other people are kind of on the opinion side where they're like, just leave Tony Stark and Iron Man and RDJ alone, cast someone else. So again, we'll see how it works out with the movie, what they choose to do with the plot. I think it could be very interesting, from what I've read and understood about how one of the comics overlap there and allow this to happen. So I don't know. I think it'd be cool.
I just love the comments that say like you either die a hero or you live long enough to become a villain. And I'm like, for real, this is crazy. I'm so excited. And I think he's obviously gonna kill it. Like
Oh yeah.
he's just amazing. So no
I saw
complaints.
someone I saw someone say in one of the comments where it's like our DJ really left Marvel to get his Oscar and then come back.
Yeah, for real. I completely forgot about that. Wow.
But I love it for him. I'm very excited. I think it'll be cool. But
Mhm.
yeah. Moving on to some music news that's also very exciting. Shawn Mendes has announced he is making his new album is coming out titled Shawn on October 18th this year. He is also releasing the first two tracks titled YYY and Isn't That Enough on his birthday, which is August 8th, which is today. So very exciting. I'm very excited for him to be back in the music scene. It's been 4 years since we've had a new album from him, which is hard to believe, actually. So very excited to see. Um, Grace and I were just talking about this. It seems I think it'll have a very different sound than a lot of his other work in the past maybe has. Um, so what do you think about this, Gracie?
I am split about this. I love Shawn Mendes and I think he's great, but I am kind of scared for what the new music is going to sound like, especially since it's been 4 years.
Yeah.
But I'm happy to see him happy and I'm happy that he's back making music. So, you know what? We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, and he even posted on his story, he posted a little clip of it and then said, music can really be medicine. 2 years ago, I felt like I had absolutely no idea who I was. A year ago, I couldn't even step into a recording studio without falling into complete panic. So to be here right now with 12 beautiful finished songs feels like such a gift. So
Good for
yeah,
him.
very excited to see what it sounds like and good for him. So yeah, it's very exciting. October 18th.
Going back to movie and TV news, Squid Games is returning officially. They finally gave a date for season 2, which is December 26th. I'm super excited for this. But then they also revealed that there will be a third and final season that comes out in 2025, which I think is nice that they have a confirmed final season so they can kind of like wrap everything up without being too rushed. Uh, they did post a picture of them filming that now, so we'll see. But I'm just excited for this whole series.
Yeah, it'll be interesting too to see where they take season two, knowing that we already have a season three coming out. So I think that'll be interesting to see with season two how they're going to leave it in terms of waiting for season three for next year. So I think that could be interesting to see how they build anticipation for it. Um, and knowing that they're going to be going into the final season. So we'll see how Matt maybe changes the aspects of season two, especially how they choose to end it. So I think that'll be interesting, and I'm excited to see what they do with it, how it changes from the first season. So yeah,
I also love the trailer that they posted,
yes,
kind of playing into the Olympics.
I thought that was funny and then smart of them.
It was very smart. If you haven't seen it, it starts out with like Olympic runners getting ready to run, and then it slowly morphs into contestants from the game running for their lives. And then obviously the panel of higher up people is watching and basically says that they're coming back for a few more seasons, which is very clever of them to play into what is popular right now. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, they also posted a huge letter that went along with it, just talking about their decisions for this season and next season. And I think it was very fan-based, which is nice.
yeah. And talking about TV shows as well, continuing that, the boys announced a spin-off series called Vought Rising that follows Soldier Boy and Storefront. So as we know, the next season of The Boys is the final season coming out, so it's interesting to see that they've already announced there will be a spin-off series. So that'll be exciting. Obviously, they're just coming off of season four, so that had a lot of hype around it, especially controversial with how it ended. So they're, big right now on social media. They have a lot going right now. So I think it's smart of them to announce this when they did, when they're big, when they have a big fan base right now, especially going into the last season. So that's exciting. What do you think?
Honestly, I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
Like, we talked about it. We both said we were surprised when they announced the ending of The Boys, just
yeah,
with how popular it is. But I did suspect that something else was going to come just because they're on such a high right now. It makes sense to keep going as long as it's not crappy.
yeah,
So I think it was smart of them to start a spin-off as opposed to just keep pulling the same kind of storyline for the boys. That being said, they are bringing some iconic characters into this that everyone loves. It's going to follow Soldier Boy and Stormfront. I love Soldier Boy because I love Jensen Ackles. I think he's such a great actor. So it'll be interesting to see him lead. I'm also very excited for the new season of Gen V, which is another spin-off the boys had. but obviously it has been postponed until they reevaluate everything due to the fact that they lost a main character after he passed away. Um, yeah, they got a lot going for them. It doesn't surprise me that they're still going because they have such a wide range of fans. So I think it'll be just as iconic as the boys and wreak lots of havoc on TV.
Yeah, absolutely. Moving back to music news for a second, Post Malone is making his Opry debut on August 14th, which is very exciting. If you've seen any of their episodes, you know I'm a country fan. And you know what? I love Post Malone's transition into country music. I think we did actually talk about this not long ago, but I think he's did such a great job with him. I think with in general country music fans and even singers have really embraced Post's switch into country music. Obviously, if you follow country music at all, you know that he has a bunch of singles out right now with Morgan Wallen, Luke Combs, Brad Paisley, or sorry, Blake Shelton. So very exciting to see all of this happen. He has his new album coming out too. So much going on for him. So I think it's very exciting that he'll be at the Opry. I love it. So I'm very excited to see his performance online.
Yeah, and I was looking at, he just released a track list for his album, and obviously it has so many iconic names in country music that everyone in the comments is like, oh, he's collecting these iconic country names like they're the fucking Avengers.
Yeah.
So one that really stood out was he has a song coming out with Dolly Parton.
Yes.
I don't know how
Tim
he pulled
McGraw
that off.
too.
And Tim McGraw, yeah, I don't know how he pulled that off, but like good for him. But there
Oh
are
yeah.
a lot of fans that are upset that he's leaving the kind of like rap um genre. And I understand that because I do love his music both ways. So
Yeah.
I think you just gotta find a happy medium. But good for him for having an Opry debut so early in a country career. Um, yeah, I think it's just iconic of him.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It's been such a short amount of time since he first released his first. I believe his first country track would have been with Morgan Wallen. I Had Some Help. I think that was the first one he released, which was like maybe a month and a half ago, I think at this point, maybe 2 months ago. So I think that's awesome for him. I'm very, very excited.
Also sticking to the country theme, Carrie Underwood has been announced as the judge who will be replacing Katy Perry on American Idol next season. Katie did announce her retirement from the show this season, and there's a lot of speculation about who is going to take over that role. I saw a lot of conspiracies of who it was going to be, but I think it's fitting that Carrie Underwood takes this over, considering she was a contestant and she did win. And she's also just a powerhouse of a woman. So, got to keep that girl power going.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting because I think a lot of people will have things to say with that fact that both Luke Bryan and Carrie Underwood are country singers. Then you have Lionel Richie. So I think there was a good balance with Katie in the mix, with her being pop. I think you had three very different types of artists with music. So it'll be interesting. Like Katy Perry and Luke Bryan still have different, Carrie Underwood and Luke Bryan still have a little bit of different styles within country music, I would say. Katy Perry also does, oh my God, why do I keep saying Katy Perry? Carrie Underwood does also with like we've seen her perform with Guns N' Roses. So she has this rock side to her as well. Luke Bryan not so much. So I think it'll still be interesting. I think there's definitely a good dynamic still within the music and their styles. So I'm excited to see it. And I agree with you. I like the little full circle moment from winner to judge. So I think that's really cool and good for her.
Yeah, definitely. And honestly, I'm gonna keep music going because I
Just
love it.
keep it on.
Um, big news for fans like me. Megan Trainor is releasing her deluxe album of her Timeless album, and I am so excited. I mean, I feel like it's customary now that an artist releases an album and then releases a deluxe album. Don't know why or how we ever got to that point, but you know what? I love it. I love it. So she said it will be out August 16th. She hasn't really announced any of the songs that are going to be on it except for Make a Move. So I'm excited. I just want to hear all the music that didn't make the cut on the first one.
I think it's always so interesting to hear the deluxe versions and to hear the songs that they picked out to not make the cut. Because, like, half the time I'm like, why would this not have been on the original track list? This is such a good song. But obviously, they might do that on purpose too to keep momentum going into the deluxe album. So it's very exciting. So to see what she's going to add on to it. Yeah, but going back to TV and movie news, Glenn Powell, who's also has lots of momentum this year. He is set to star in Family Guy's Halloween special this year. So I think it'll be very interesting to see him do voice acting, getting into that side of things. We've seen him in an array of projects already this year with Anyone But You, Hitman, and Twisters. So it'll be very funny, I think, to see him take on this kind of comedy animation role with voice acting, especially with Halloween. I think the holiday episodes of shows like Family Guy are always just extra funny when you add in the holiday version to it and the jokes and things like that. But what do you think?
I'm excited for this. I mean, I'm not a huge Family Guy person. I've only watched a few episodes, so I don't know if I'm the right person to talk about this. But I do love Glenn Powell, so I'm excited to see what he brings to this universe and if he ends up playing a character or if he plays himself.
Yeah, it's always the question with the shows like this if they have them do character or they come in as their own person animated. So I think that'll be funny. I think it would be really funny if they made him actually Glenn Powell and he truly was just himself.
I feel
Um,
like they would make him so like ripped.
yeah, they're
They would
gonna
like accentuate everything that we love about him and put
his
in,
Halloween costume will 1000% be cowboy hat and the white t-shirt and it will start raining.
yeah.
100%. And if
Also,
you don't, oh, sorry.
besides the point, but I love the TikTok trend where everybody's like me turning into a twister so that Glenn Powell will chase me.
That's one of my favorite TikToks right now. I love it so much.
Yeah.
There's some and two, there's that one trend where it's like, you should be naming your child after something you love or something. And it's like me in the future. Good night, Glenn Powell in a white t-shirt in the rain and a cowboy hat.
Literally.
And if you don't understand that reference, I suggest going to see Twisters immediately.
Hmm.
But lastly on our movie and TV news list for today, Carly Fortune's hit book Every Summer After lands a series adaptation with Amazon. So very exciting. Just a few weeks ago, if not last week, we were talking a lot about book to screen adaptations. So this is going to be very exciting. I haven't read this book myself, but I do know that a lot of people are obviously a fan of Carly's work. Every Summer After has been a great one for her for books. So I think it'll be good.
I really enjoyed this book. Um, Not a huge fan of the next one, which I literally just read, but I love this book, so I'm excited to see how they change it up and how they stay true to it. I also am looking forward to the casting announcements.
Yes, that's always the thing. It's always like again, you'll know it better because you read the book, but it's always the thing of like who are they gonna cast and who out of readers will be satisfied with that, who won't be. So that'll be exciting. Have they said whether it's gonna be, sorry, it's a series, right? It's a series
Yeah,
on a movie.
yeah.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
Mhm.
It's giving very like I love shows that like the summer I turn pretty that happen in the summer. All very like aesthetic. I'm very excited. Is the book like that at all? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited. Love those kinds of series. But moving on, Gracie and I, to stay in tune with the Olympics, they are coming to an end this weekend. But we wanted to do our own very, very official as seen on screen, movie Olympic Games. So, if you've been following the podcast at all, you know we've played a few of these games in past episodes, so we're bringing a few back, but we're also trying out a few new ones. So, we are going to see who, well, there's only two of us, so who's winning gold and who's winning silver in the movie Olympics.
Let's be so for real. Based off of my track record, I will be second place.
Oh man. So, should we start off with our beloved game of 6 degrees of separation?
Yes.
So, for anyone who hasn't heard of this game, seen us play it before, it's basically you name two actors or actresses and you have to connect them through other co-stars that they're in films with until you get from one actor and actress to the other. So, it's basically connect the dots with actors in
Mm.
movies. So, Gracie, I'm going to give you Meg Ryan and Will Ferrell.
All right.
You've got this.
Meg Ryan was in Top Gun with
Right.
Tom Cruise.
Yep.
Tom Cruise was in The Mummy with the girl that plays Mummy,
Right.
Sophia Batelli, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway, Sophia Batelli. Sophia was in Argyle, which starred Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
Henry Cavill was in Deadpool and Wolverine. Spoiler for
Sorry.
anyone who hasn't seen it. With Ryan Reynolds. And Ryan Reynolds was in Spirited with Will Ferrell.
Love it. Look at you go. That was good. Love it. That was so
That
good.
was so stressful.
That was so good. You killed that. Oh God, now
Now I
I'm
don't
scared.
even feel bad.
Oh, now I'm really scared.
Your two people are Renee Rapp and Michael Sarah.
Oh God. Okay. Oh my God.
The only reason I'm giving you this is because I saw it on TikTok last night and I was like, wow.
Renee Rapp was in Mean Girls with what is the girl's name from Moana? She plays Moana. Ali.
Alio Ravi, I think.
Yeah. So she's in Mean Girls, and then she is the star of Moana with The Rock. The Rock is in Jungle Cruise with Emily Blunt. Emily Blunt is in The Fall Guy with Ryan Reynolds or Ryan Gosling. Oh my God, I do that. I did that last week too. Ryan Gosling is in La La Land with Emma Stone, and Emma Stone is in Superbad with Michael Cera.
Honestly, good job. I thought you were gonna cut it way shorter because as soon as you said Ryan Gosling, I thought you were gonna be like Ryan Gosling played Ken in the Barbie movie.
Oh my God, I forgot he was in that. No,
Eh,
sorry, Mr. Michael Cera. My bad. Sorry, Alan. How could I forget
sorry,
Alan?
Alan.
How could I forget Alan? That's so rude of me.
Eh,
All right. Well, we both got a point for that one. So there we go. We are 1-1 in the middle counts. All right. Moving on to we'll do a new game next. We'll do guess the movie by the cast. So basically one of us gives the other a cast and then we have to guess which movie we're talking about in terms of the characters or the cast that we give the other person. I'm going to give you Rose McGowan, Drew Barrymore, Skeet Ulrich, and David Arquette.
is it a horror movie? Is it Scream?
Yeah.
Eh.
I was like, please get this one.
Literally, as soon as you said ski, I was like,
I was like, well, I can't say Nev and I can't say Courtney because that's really obvious. And I'm like, well, maybe. I was gonna go Matthew Lillard, but I was like, I feel like both are just equally as obvious.
your four people are Owen Wilson, Robin Williams, Amy Adams, and Ricky Gervais.
Hmm. I really feel like I should know this. I don't know why I don't know this. Is it Flubber? No.
No, add in Ben Stiller to the mix.
Why? Why I'm blanking? Zoolander? No,
No,
because I was like, I don't think Robin Williams was alive for that. I have no idea. What is it?
Night at the Museum.
Oh, oh, wow. That's
Eh,
really bad. That was a good one. That was a really good one. Okay. Gracie has pulled ahead, heading into our last game of Guess the Year with four movies. That was a really bad title. I probably should actually think of a title for that, but oh well. So basically, we give the other person four movies that are all released in the same year, and the other person has to guess what year we're talking about in terms of the movies that we use.
All right, your four movies are Grown Ups, Remember Me, Inception, and Tooth Fairy.
Grown Ups, Inception, Tooth Fairy. Oh, and Remember Me. Is it 2010?
It was.
Yeah.
Look at you go.
I was like, definitely wasn't Remember Me, but I was like, Inception. I was like, I swear it's 2010. I swear. Okay. Your four movies are Monsters Inc., Ocean's 11, Jurassic Park 3, and Planet of the Apes.
I'm gonna be so wrong on this. I want to say 2001.
Yes!
Really? Wow.
There you
Look at
go.
us.
That was good. Well, Gracie is the winner of the very official, as seen on screen, Summer Movie Olympic Games. Woo! All right, that was fun, but we are heading into the last parts of the episode. So, what is your song of the week, Gracie?
My song of the week is Slippin' by Paul Russell featuring Megan Trainor. I think it's so iconic that they made a song together and put it out right before they go on tour together. So, yeah, I love it. And it's also just like a summer pop, you know?
Yeah.
It's all about
Yeah.
love and like heartbreak. But you know what? You feel good. You feel good.
Just perfect for the summer.
Yeah. What was yours?
My song of the week is Guy for That, the new release from Post Malone with Luke Combs. I thought this
Shocker.
was such a good I know, right? I felt like I had to connect it back to our talk about Post earlier. But I love the song. I mean, as I said earlier, I love all of his music that he's been releasing in country, so I thought this was a great one, and I'm a huge Luke Combs fan, so how can you go wrong?
It's true.
Oh yeah. But on that note, what is your watch of the week, Gracie?
I switched it up this week and I watched a TV show for the first time in a
I did
while.
too.
Look at us expanding our reach. Mine's kind of I think it came out in like 2020. I don't know. But Unstable on Netflix. It has Rob Lowe and his son. I kind of just my boyfriend wanted to watch it, so I was like, sure, let's watch it. And it's actually a really good movie or TV show. So I highly recommend it to anyone who is struggling with family stuff or is just looking for a good laugh because it talks a lot about grieving and connecting with your loved ones that you do still have, all while trying to manage a work-life balance. So definitely recommend that to anyone who wants a good giggle while being depressed.
Perfect. That's exactly how I wanted to feel today.
What was your weekly watch, Nicole?
So mine was also a TV show, and I watched the miniseries on Disney Plus, Under the Bridge, which came out earlier this year. It came out in April of this year. I thought it was fantastic. So if you haven't heard what it's about, it follows actually the book that was written by Rebecca Godfrey, the writer. It takes place in Victoria, BC, and it's a true crime series. It follows the murder of Rena Virk, and Rebecca Godfrey followed the case and she wrote a book about it and learned about the accused killers and learned about their lives and how these teenagers interacted. So this is based on a real story. Rena Virk was murdered. She was 14 years old. So there's fictional elements in the show, but there's also true elements as well. So I thought it was really interesting. Rebecca Godfrey is played by Riley Keough. Then there's also Lily Gladstone. She's the police officer, the main police officer in the film, or the show, sorry, in the show. So I recommend it for sure. It's only 8 episodes. The episodes are about an hour long, so they're on the longer side for episodes, but there's only 8 of them. Um, and I thought it was really well done. It's really sad because obviously it's based on true story, but I think they did a great job of respecting the story and bringing this to life on the small screen. So I thought it was really well done. So that is on Disney Plus or Hulu. You can watch it now.
Love that we both got TV shows that came out a while ago. Well, we are nearing the end of the episode, so as always, let's talk about some upcoming releases for the week.
Yes, so we have lots of exciting things coming this week. Starting today on August 8th, we have the final season on Netflix of The Umbrella Academy. I actually don't watch this show, to be honest with you. Have you watched the show?
I literally, like a few months ago, I binge watched the entire series, and I'm so excited for this final season. It does have a slow start to it, I will say that. It took like the entire first season to really get into it. Um, but once you get past it, it is a really good show. The acting is great, storyline is kind of repetitive, but changes with each season, which is nice. So I'm excited to see how they finish this off. Because I know it has a huge fan base, so gotta do them justice. But yeah, that's I'm excited for it. Can't say much other than that.
Well, I know you will be excited about a few of the theatrical releases coming out tomorrow on August 9th. There's three films coming to theaters. We have It Ends With Us, Borderlands, and Cuckoo. So one of them we've actually seen. We saw Cuckoo at South by Southwest.
Woo.
We also were on the red carpet. We did interviews for those, so you can check those out as well on our own pages. But It Ends With Us. I know we've been anticipating, we've been talking about it for months. Um, and Borderlands has it has a very interesting cast. I actually think it's very interesting with, you have Jamie Lee Curtis, you have Kevin Hart, you have Ariana Greenblatt, and a few, Kate Blanchett. I'm forgetting someone else, but it's a very interesting cast of people together. Obviously the age range goes from one extreme to the next, so I think that'll be exciting. But what are your thoughts on this weekend's film releases?
Dude, I'm so upset because I just found out that It Ends With Us isn't playing at my theater.
Oh, really?
And I feel so hurt by that knowledge. Like I've been waiting for this movie for so long. And then I went to go book tickets with my mom and they were like, "Oh, it's actually not coming to this place." And I was like, "You have all the posters up. What are you talking about?"
That's
So
so weird. Why wouldn't it be at your theater?
I don't know, but it's just not at my theater. The posters are up in the theater.
Well, how nice of them.
Literally, I was like, okay, false advertising. So I'm gonna try and go see it at another theater. Hopefully that's close. But yeah, heartbroken. Um, as for Borderlands, I mean, I'm not really a huge fan of the game, so I don't know what to expect, but I am super excited to see this cast and how they work together. And Cuckoo, love love the cast, but I will not be seeing it again.
I dragged Gracie to that once and not forgiven me yet. So,
Yeah, and then moving on from that, Sunday, August 11th, we have the Olympics closing ceremony.
yes.
I haven't been keeping as up to date with this as I would love to be, but I know Nicole has been watching much more than me.
Yes, I love the Olympics. I've been trying to get as much in as I can. I definitely watch it a lot at work. Um, I work at a restaurant, so the TVs are always on. So I've seen a lot there. Try to watch it at night here. I love keeping up with, I love gymnastics. I love swimming. So Summer McIntosh has been doing an outstanding job for Team Canada. So congrats to her. Diving's always exciting to see. We won uh silver or bronze in diving as well for one of the events too. So yeah, we're filming this on August 1st. So I have not seen all the events from August 1st to the 8th yet when this comes out. So I can't speak for what's happened there. But so far, we've been doing a great job. So congratulations to everyone on the team. Exciting to watch the closing ceremonies on the 11th. So very excited for that. But our last one coming out on Netflix on Wednesday, August 14th, which was not what I thought it was going to be at first. It's a docu-series called Worst Ex Ever. And it says on Netflix, from chilling betrayals to murder plots, this true crime docuseries dissects the dark side of love through eyewitness testimonies. So I thought this was just going to be a fun little show about, talking about how bad your ex-boyfriends can be. I was very wrong. This is to another extreme that I can no longer relate to. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll watch it. Don't get me wrong. I
Yeah.
love some drama, but
Yeah.
definitely not what I thought it was going to be.
No, I was about to when Gracie and I were putting this list together this morning, I was going to tell her a fun little story, and I was like, never mind. This actually has no relation to the show at all.
Yeah, it's one of those it takes you by side. Like you don't know what's going on. So
No.
it'll be interesting.
But if you're into crime, this is totally up your alley. So there you go. You can check that out next Wednesday, the 14th. But that is all we have for today. So we hope you enjoyed today's episode. Maybe take some part in your own movie Olympics with your friends. And we will be back next week, same time, same place. But thank you for tuning in to As Seen on Screen.
You can listen to us or watch wherever you get your podcasts on Spotify and YouTube.
Yes, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.